Hello pharma learners. Let's welcome back to learning video of Residual Solvent as per USB Journal chapter 467 and ICH Q3C revision 8. So today we will discuss about the Residual Solvent definition, scope, explanation, analytical procedure, classification, examples. Definition: Residue solvent, as the name indicates, are the solvent which are left behind in any product after completion of its manufacturing. As per ICH Q3C and USP Journal Chapter 467, residue solvents are volatile organic chemical which are used for manufacturing of excipients, active pharmaceutical ingredients, API, or a drug product, and are not completely removed from the product after its manufacturing. मीन्स रेजो सॉल्वेंट ऐसे सॉल्वेंट होते हैं जो आफ्टर कंप्लीशन ऑफ इट्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग आर स्टिल बिहाइंड इन द प्रोडक्ट itself. So this is the definition of residue solvent. Scope of residue solvent as per ICH Q3C. Scope means applicability of residue solvent testing. If the calculation level equal to or below that recommended in the guideline, then there is no testing of the drug product for residue solvent need to be considered. And if the calculated level is above the recommended level as per the guideline, the drug product should be tested to ascertain whether the formulation process has reduced the relevant solvent level to within the acceptable amount. So this is the applicability of residual solvent testing as per ICH Q3C. Explanation. To explain the residual solvents, take an example of tablet manufacturing process by wet granulation. Suppose we manufacture a tablet by wet granulation method using an organic solvent like isopropyl alcohol. After the wetting or kneading process, we have to remove the IPA from granule by drying the granule using ABD or tray dryers. ABD means flue bed dryers. But the used IPA is not completely removed the granule from the granule and remain inside the granules. So these IPA which is remaining inside the granule is known as the residual solvent. So if we compress these granule into tablet, the residual solvent, the IPA, will remain inside the tablet. So we should test and calculate the amount of that residual solvent, means IPA. So this is the explanation which we can easily understand about the residual solvent. So analytical procedure. Amount of residue solvent is determined by using chromatographic technique like gas chromatography. So by gas chromatographic technique, we can measure and quantify the amount of residue solvents present in a drug product or drug substance or excipients. Classification. Residue solvents are classified into three classes: class 1 solvent, class 2 solvent, class 3 solvent. Class 1 solvent. Class 1 solvents to be avoided. Class 1 solvents are those solvents that are known to cause unacceptable toxicity, should be avoided in the production of drug substances, excipients, or drug products until unless their use can be strongly justified in a risk benefit assessment. So class 1 solvents are human carcinogenic and having environmental hazardous impact. So these class 1 solvent must to be avoided. Following are the main example of class 1 solvent, that is benzene, carbon tetrachloride, 1,2-dichloroethane, 1,1-dichloroethene. Class 2 solvent. Class 2 solvent are those which should be always be used in limited amount in the manufacturing of pharmaceutical. in order to protect patient from potential adverse effects. Those effects are maybe due to animal carcinogenics, may cause neurotoxicity, may cause teratogenicity. Class 2 solvents having permittable permitted daily exposure limit is zero point 0.1 mg per day. So we can expose zero point 0.1 mg per day for class 2 solvents. Class 2 solvents examples are acetonitrile, chlorobenzene, chloroform, formamide, hexane, methanol, nitromethane, pyridine, toluene. So these are the example of class 2 solvents that is to be limited. Class 3 solvents, less toxic potential. Highly less toxic solvents should be used wherever practical. So class 3 solvents are low toxic potential and having health based limit of exposure is not required, and its class 3 solvent is having permitted daily exposure limit is 50 mg or more per day. Following are the examples of class 3 solvents are acetone, acetic acid, anisole, ethanol, 1-propanol, 2-propanol, formic acid, cumene. So these are the example of class 3 solvent which is low toxic potential. So today we learn about the residual solvent definition, scope, explanation, analytical procedure, and classification of the class 3 solvents with example. So in the next video we will learn about option 1 and option 2 limits for the residual solvent. Thanks for watching.